I wholeheartedly believe that having a persona, even if you don't make art content, can be one of the most fulfilling things that you can do as an artist. It makes you have a deeper connection to your art itself and feels much inventive than just a regular old self-portrait. Right, guys?
Heck yeah!
I love mine because purple. Apple.
Oh, that's really sweet, guys, but it's time to leave those designs behind, because in this video, I'm having 8 artists, including little old me, make a design that is the antithesis of our current Sona design. You can invert your colors, switch the size of your guy dramatically, or heck, you can even change your art style if you want to, as long as it follows this one rule. There must be a very noticeable difference between your current design and the opposite one that you will be making, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do with mine. Yeah, me neither. It's not your turn yet, Ringo. Give the talking stick to Cloud.
Eek.
Oh, great heavens.
Oh, yay, it's my turn. What are we doing again? Oh, we're designing our anti-Sonas. Huh. I guess it's finally time for a Sona death battle. For our first matchup, we've got the Cloud Sona versus their mortal enemy. But who could that possibly be? In order to design my Sona's opposite, we first gotta break down all the elements, get it, of what the original has. The Cloud Sona is made up of primarily blue and white, all rounded edges with an overall kind of chill vibes just from imagery alone. And of course, it's made of water. Pretty self-explanatory from the elements we see in front of us. To absolutely eviscerate all of that, I really wanted to lean into a more intense vibe with this anti-Sona. All jagged edges and bright fiery colors. We're talking full punk rock, baby! I'm playing with fire! And aside from just changing the elements and colors, one of the main things I wanted to change was their movement, since they're both meant to be in an animated space. So while Cloud has this fluid movement to them, all bouncy and floaty, I wanted this fire guy to feel more grounded. While the top half is jagged flames, they're connected to this wax bottom, like a candle type thing, that I imagine drags whenever they have to move. Something that feels heavy, even though they're super tiny compared to this thing. So in the end, we get Fire Guy Thing, still workshopping the name here, that flips all of my Cloud's features on its head and becomes the ultimate opponent. Oh, and trust me, they absolutely solo my original guy. I mean, we literally have water versus fire, and I think we all know how this pans out.
Fight. Game over.
I hope this was worth it, Sailor. Cloud is basically water, and the opposite of water is fire guy flame thing.
Oh,
That's straight fire.
it's so pretty!
Wait, is the wig like their spine?
Yeah,
Waist on thinner. I mean, damn. Raja, would you like to go next?
Sure, why the fuck not?
so much enthusiasm.
Okay. So for my evil Sona, wait, when are we getting paid?
Paid? You're not getting paid, silly. I am. Thank you so much to Artwad for sponsoring this video. Artwad is a gamified art class made for artists of all leagues. And for me, I've never really had the privilege of an actual art class, and I've always been looking for a way to learn in a linear path. So Artwad is a personal godsend. Artwad's mission is to teach artists of all skill levels from the ground up. And because I've never had any structured art classes, I am not above starting at the beginning. So I started my journey with Artwad by taking Introduction to Environments. This class taught me interesting ways to view outside environments and the objects inside of them in a 3D lens, which is so helpful. I would say that my favorite exercise in this lesson was taking a look at these clouds and finding their larger shapes. I know that my community is filled with artists of all demographics, and one thing that's prevalent in all artists' lives, no matter their skill level, is the need to learn. So whether you're an absolute beginner or a professional illustrator, there's always something for you to learn over on Artwad. Artwad's interactive classes make it easy and fun to absorb the information that is placed in front of you. From anything as basic as studying shapes in a 3D environment to as complicated as background design, you can learn whatever you need. So I highly encourage you to make your way over to Artwad. I'm sure that you'll find a path just right for you. But be sure to use the link in the description to get 30% off Artwad's yearly plan. Thank you so much again to Artwad for sponsoring this video.
Swastiastu, Asanteng Raja. I am recording this at like midnight right now. I had to Google what the word antithesis meant. Karena gue bodoh. Now I technically already have a Zangetsu to my Ichigo. Her name is Rani. I know it says Ratu here, but it's Rani. Shut the fuck up. Her entire concept is basically what if like I were a more stereotypical biker. But like instead of a Bonneville, she drives a Ninja, which fun fact is my least favorite motorcycle in the entire world. I think it's overrated. I'm sorry. But it's Go Hard to Go Home here on Taylor's channel, so let's get a little bit more creative than this. So I made a list of all of Raja's main traits and found all the antonyms, which led me to the crushing realization that the antithesis of a green demonic goth tomboy is a purple angelic coquette femboy. Ya udahlah. Considering the fact that Raja is a male name, I like to just keep it because it's a unisex name in my heart and I think it's funny. I'm drawing them side by side here because it was easier to compare and contrast while they're on the same page. And to quote a certain person, I apparently have the worst case of ADHD he has ever seen, and therefore if I keep doing the same task for too long, I get angry. So I flip-flopped. So my favorite detail on these designs, the one design is the star shapes all over his design because that's the symbol Jay has on his choker, because the opposite of a moon is the sun, and the sun is a star, so I covered him in stars. I basically stole Rani's head wings wholesale because I thought they were cute and it directly mirrored the original horns, so I kept them. I stole them, sorry, not sorry. Tear marks are flipped, going over his forehead instead of the cheeks. Eyes are completely different because I almost never draw my character with normal irises. And shark teeth instead of the flat Shinji teeth. So yeah, here we go. There he is. We got the little fuck-ass femboy. I don't even know what to say anymore. There's nothing I could say about this design other than that I just made him a twink. This is peak twink. I don't know what else to say in this recording. This is completely off-scripted. Next person, please. So I went from edgy, tomboyish to, I would describe it as cutesy twink. So this is my twink here.
Ooh.
So cute.
It's beautiful. I'm gonna steal the pants and run away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can I have the pants too?
Are you just gonna leave him pantsless?
Dude, can we all wear these pants? Can we all
all get a
just
pair?
together?
Oh my god, matching.
Jesus.
Love your twink. Maddie, it's your turn.
What a line. What a line.
Okay. One wrong step and I'd be a goner. Zaylor killed me. So now I have to make myself a new Sona. R.I.P. So for my new Sona, I decided to become a dragon because I think dragons are cool, and my username is actually Ryu, which is dragon in Japanese, so why not? And I wanted to go for a different kind of fashion, so this time I'm going to be having street fashion as my overall fashion sense, because here I'm a little more sophisticated, so I want to do something opposite. So instead of my top hat, I'm going to have a cap, and instead of my vest here, I'm going to have a varsity jacket, because that's what I usually wear sometimes. For my color palette, I decided that instead of using the primaries, that I would be using the secondary colors, which is basically just the primaries mixed together. So purple, orange, and green will be my main color scheme. And here's the final ref. I'm so proud of it, and it's right next to my Sona here too, so you can kind of see how they complement each other. I love it. And that's not all though. It's not over. I'm actually gonna draw a fully colored piece here, so I decided to go for grayscale first, which I don't usually go for grayscale first whenever I make these pieces. Usually I just color in the flats and go on with that and just render it. I don't know. It's not the best process, to be honest. But anyways, I decided for the pose that I would kind of show off my shoes here, and I wanted to be blowing some bubble gum to be really cool and fresh, you know? Anyways, here is the final piece. I am so proud of it, and I love how it turned out, so yeah. I can't wait to see everyone else's evil Sonas. Yeah, so I ended up going with this.
Wait, I love that.
The tail is so fun, just being like a little paintbrush.
I know.
That's awesome.
Oh, I just realized that it was a paintbrush.
If they walk around, the's just a trail of paint.
Oh, that'd be
Yes.
cute. That'd be so cute.
Aw.
It's my turn. Wow, I was really professional with that, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your turn.
We all already know that I've killed my Sona once. Or maybe 1.5 times. I mean, do we even count the Gajinga video? But it's time to double down and kill this design again. In this antithesis design, I want you to be able to tell that it is still me. Which seems a little bit difficult, but in the way that I think of it, I have to make this new design look like it belongs in the same universe as my Sona, even though they're completely different. That makes sense, right? The defining traits of my character are red, obviously, star, obviously, athletic clothing, and big hands and feet. So when attempting an antithesis, I want to make sure that we go for blue, moon, loose clothing, clothing, and small hands and feet. Like Raja said earlier, the moon and the sun are considered opposites in a lot of cultures, and the sun is just a big star, okay? So ergo, I turn into a moon. I actually took around a week vacation away from home during the deadline of this collab, and during that time, I worked on this design in my sketchbook. You'll notice that I initially kept the clothing athletic and only opted to change the shape language and the colors, but I wasn't really satisfied with this and decided to go with something more flowy. All of my shapes and lines in my actual outfit are sharp and rectangular, so I thought it would be a really good idea to make some rounder ones in this new one. But the whole point is it's flowy, it's round, and it covers up my hands. I did decide to keep the tail skinny, but this time I have two. And a little fun fact for you, the two different shapes of the tail are each waxing and waning moons, so they fit together perfectly. And I think that's so fun. I love it so much. I ended up completely flipping the personality of this character also, and I did this by changing the default expression from naturally set angry eyes to naturally sad or worried eyes. I described my design's shape language in my original redesign video as sharp, but with round shapes here and there. But this design is more round with sharp bits here and there, so I'd say I did a good job.
Oh my goodness!
Whoa!
I love that.
So cute.
You Scrabble your name.
Oh my god.
I was like, what is the opposite letter of Z? It's A. And then I was like, wait, what is the opposite letter of all the other letters?
That's a fire name, though.
Azeroli, wow.
This kind of sounds like a pasta, though.
Yeah, it sounds like a pasta.
Azeroli!
Wait, Zillow, you're like literally Miku and Teto.
Oh my god. I am! Thank you. Orb, you get first place. Anyways, do you want to go next?
Alright. For each and every character piece I've done, the one thing that I followed through with all of them is that I am willing to make creative liberty decisions that will help guide the piece, so maybe I'll change an outfit, I'll stay inconsistent to something. Basically, I go into it very inconsistent as a means to improve my art whenever I get the chance to. And in doing so, my art tends to be a lot more freeform and inconsistent at times. Ergo, I like being flexible with my artwork. And the opposite of that, it's math! 1 + 1 = 2, it's math. Gamers, let me introduce you to fractals. Through nature, geometry, and all of these beautiful systems comes a whole new trippy, beautiful world known as fractals. No matter how much you zoom in and how compact the space is, fractals will always repeat themselves over and over again in the lesser and lesser space you have. Plants in nature want to disperse and transport as much energy as they can, so their little veins will branch out again and again and again, and hey, that looks kind of like a tree. Or maybe a human lung where we store all of our breathing gas. But in essence, that is a fractal, and their complexity inspired me to make this next piece. Wait. Oh yeah, I was supposed to make a character. Back to some simpler things because I still wanted Orb to somewhat resemble this character. I was a big fan of these red waves on the previous drawing, and I knew I had to take it to this next one. What before was abstract extensions of the character, I then turned into either accessories or body marks. And because I was supposed to be rigid because this was a more math-based character, I decided to challenge myself with this for some reason. Almost everything drawn in here was with a lasso or lasso bucket tool, plus the airbrush. I had them put up the hood for this one and also got rid of its sleeves, and then went on by adding a bunch of fractal-inspired accessories to them. One of my favorites being the Lorentz attractor that I replaced the squiggly line with, and secondly, the coastline of Norway is a fractal? We're just gonna leave that there. Here is my guy. I don't actually have a name for her yet, so we'll call her Grasshopper. I don't know if the face and horn would have been too much, so I made 2 variants instead. I like to think that she really does want to enjoy art, but because of how unpredictable it can be sometimes, it stresses her out. Alright, cool. This is what I settled with.
Settled is generous. What do you mean? This is above and beyond.
I'm gonna go sob in the corner. This is just so
That
cool.
is beautiful.
Thank you.
I just realized they have the infinity sign on their head.
Yes, that's a very specific fractal that has everything to do with the butterfly effect, and it's one of my favorite fractals ever.
You have a favorite fractal, you nerd. What the fuck is Toka doing here?
But next, it is the
Can Adratic go?
Me? Well, you know what they say. The early bird gets the worm. You better start talking right now, parasite. Don't play coy with me. I got you on camera. You think you can just make a persona that's the antithesis of mine without me noticing? Without consequences? Evidence? Ugh, let me spell it out for you. First off, you're a worm, and I'm a bird. Doesn't get more obvious than that. You even have a reminiscent snout shape to mine. But it doesn't just stop there. While you use a lighter color palette and a darker face, I use a darker color palette and a lighter face. We both utilize contrast in the same way, just in reverse. You even nabbed similar clothing. Still with that mystical, magical feeling, but like different and stuff. And also you have a hat and grasping at straws? You know what? I've had enough of you. Come here. Ow! Alright, for my evil Sona.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry. Did I scare you?
Get out.
Did I
Get out.
So, the early bird gets the worm? I'm a worm!
Wow, so cute.
Cowboy worm.
Yeah, why they cowboy?
I can think of a reason or two.
Very, very good job, Adrotic. You did such a good job.
Thank you, thank you.
But next, it is Mao.
Sailor.
Why am I last? Why am I last?
Is Ringo last for the clickbait?
Anyways,
Hey.
now it's
Te kuna e kanjosa whanara ke o kuna oven. Rude of in karurisha o of out shikorisha. Oh, I shouldn't have they. Where am I? Am I dead? Why am I speaking like a human? Oh, nice, it works.
Hey, bestie.
What is this? Why do you have my voice? Where's my forest?
Right. So, funny story actually. I kinda made you up. Surprise.
What are you talking about?
Like, you're technically not real. More of a fictional concept, you know. A comfort character, if you will.
I don't understand. This was all a lie? You made everything? None of this is real. Did you kill all the...
So anyway, I've had you for a while, and you know, same aesthetic, same vibe. It gets a bit boring. I wanted to try something new.
I don't need change. I like the way I am. I just want to go
You
back.
know, I'm getting bored of this whole nature whimsy thing. Maybe we cyber it up a little. Robots are cool. Do you like robots? Nah, everyone likes robots.
I don't even know what that
How
is.
about we show those eyes a little more?
Oh my god.
Too much? Maybe we'll dial it back a little bit. Perfect. Then we can change green for red, play with the outfit. What else? You have horns, maybe we'll change that for... you know what, I'm feeling adventurous, screw it. How about how species change? Yeah, that could be fun.
Species. Don't change my species. You don't have to do this. Hello, please, can you hear me? I present Wham the engineer.
Holy shit.
Oh.
This is a Repo villain.
Oh, that is so
I'm
fire.
pretty sure I have that in my garden.
It's beautiful and it's red.
Yeah, also because like, you know, I love green, so I made him red. And also like my soda doesn't show his eyes, but he shows his mouth, so it's kind of the other way around here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ringo.
Is it my turn?
It's Ringo's turn. So I made mine super last minute because I'm bad at scheduling. So at first I wanted to sketch down my ideas because I sketch a lot better on paper and concept better on paper anyway. And at first the character was going to be based on doctor themes because Appleday keeps the doctor away. Aha! She was going to be like a pretty girl because Ringo's a boy. And then I threw that out the window. And then so I went to my tablet and made a completely different character design. And then the second design, it was more based off of a chef plus a doctor, because if it was a doctor, Ringo wouldn't be scared of it, because I wanted to make like a scary anti-version. And then if it was a chef, it would be a little bit more scary towards Ringo, because you know, chef could cut apple. And then how about I just not go with that idea either, because the coloring looked really bad, and I really wanted to use colors that were the inverted colors of Ringo. So I'm making this a lot harder on myself. Design number 3, I also want to keep the doctor motif, because that's so edgy and cool. And we went with worm cool, worm gross, worm edgy, why funny. And I made Dr. Worm. He uses the inverted colors of Ringo. You know, the worm is like inside the apple. You see those a lot in cartoons and illustrations. And also, the worm is going in and out of this doctor.
So you don't know if like the doctor is alive or if the body is dead and the worm is controlling the body. So I wanted something just a little spooky, but not too much. And here you go. That's Dr. Worm, the opposite of Ringo. Doctor is not scary for Ringo, but Worm 100% is. And it's the inverted colors. I thought it wouldn't look good, but it actually kind of looks good. But if I were to recolor it one day without using inverted colors, I would use something more grungy and less bright. Thank you! So, like, Doctor's not scary for apples. You know what is scary, though? Worms!
Ooh.
So,
Ooh.
yes!
Heck
So
yeah.
P.
It's so
I kept the
good.
designs pretty simple because I like simple character design.
That worm, it's me. I'm sorry.
When you pulled that worm, I was like, oh no, I'm not original. I'm not cool.
It's okay.
Everyone's gonna say I suck!
Usually insects like maggots and worms start going for like the mouth and the eyes because it's the softest part of the human body and it's the first to rot.
Oh,
So it makes sense why you would
I love that.
That's nice, Raja.
That's nice. That's so cool. That's so cool. Anyway.
But oh my god, thank you guys so much for doing this.
Aww.
I know it's been literally like months, but Jesus, I've been so fucking busy. So fucking busy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Another big project done. This one was seriously such a joy to do, but the initial plan was to have this video come out on the anniversary of my redesign video, but that was like a month ago now. Scheduling is quite literally my greatest enemy. But thank you all so much for watching, and a special thank you to my patrons. If you'd like to support my work, make sure to head on over there where you can have access to the storyboards that make up these videos that you watch. Obviously, a huge thank you to all of the artists in this video. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Everyone did such a good job. Definitely make sure to check them out if you haven't already. And oh my god, look at the fan art. You guys are so talented. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.
I wish I was high on Potanuse. Is that a niche one?